Welcome to mindfulness meditation. This evening is sort of a treat for us, at least I think it is. We're doing Yoga Nidra, depending how you pronounce it. And I'll just talk a little bit about what it is, some of the benefits of it, and then we'll go into the practice. I'm encouraging those of you at home or those who get the video to, we'll be lying down, and you will want to have something under your head, something behind your knees, especially if you have back pain, something behind your knees, blankets to cover up, making yourself just really comfortable. If you're in a space that feels cool to you, if it feels cool in here or cool at home, you want to have a blanket to cover up. So that's logistically. Make sure cell phones are off. Those of you at home, closing a door so you're not disturbed. Have you all done it before? Yes. Okay. We have yeses all the way around. Okay. In our classes, we've been talking about becoming the witness of your thoughts, becoming the witness of your emotions, becoming the witness of your breath, becoming the observer, the seer, the watcher. It has many different words. And so we could ask ourselves, who's watching? Who's watching the breath? Who's watching the thoughts? Who is watching the emotions? Who is that? And it's sometimes used as like a question to get people to go to a really deep place. It used to be something that the monks gave the students was, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? To sit in meditation and just repeat over and over, who am I? Who am I? If I'm not my thoughts, if I'm not my emotions, if I'm not my memories, if I'm not my behaviors and my personality and my opinions and my beliefs, if that's not who I am, then who am I? If I'm not all the roles that I play, like those are all impermanent. Everything's always changing, isn't it? The thoughts, the emotions, everything's changing. So who's watching all of that? Who am I? And it's sort of, to me, where there's like this kind of this place that you cross over into a real spiritual life, a real spiritual path. And that's who's asking, who am I? The person that's deciding, I want to go to this spiritual part of all of this. You could have no interest in spirituality and meditate. You would just be fully focused on an object. And you would probably be doing it for maybe your anxiety or to get calm or to improve your health, or an athlete might do it to be more focused on the court, so to speak. And like, there's many different reasons that we might have to meditate. And some people are on that journey of a spiritual place, and we've been kind of leading up to that, this idea of presence, awareness, consciousness. And Yoga Nidra is meant to be the opportunity to bring you into a different, the brain waves, the delta, theta, beta, right? These waves. It's meant to bring you into the state where you can turn on the parasympathetic system. You can turn on this rest, relaxation, very deep relaxation that you can enter. You can put your body into that state. So it's sort of the goal of it. It's not to go to sleep. Yoga Nidra means sleep, yogic sleep, but it's yogic sleep. It's not asleep. And it is absolutely in the package, the realm, the teachings of meditation. Yoga Nidra is a meditation. It is a meditation. And it is the one that I recommend to people who cannot meditate. They say, I can't meditate. And I say, have you ever done Yoga Nidra? It is beautiful to start there and to begin working with that. So here's a few facts about it that you might find interesting. Well, and let me finish this thought. I didn't kind of connect. It's meant to take you to a deeper consciousness. You're not asleep, you're not unconscious, but you're not like in the thoughts and the emotions, and you're moving away from that into a different state. Some people will even use the phrase, I was in an altered state. And I definitely would agree with that it can feel like an altered state. So the focus of it is on reaching a deep level of consciousness. Can it be done seated? Yes, but it's actually recommended to be lying down. But if someone's uncomfortable lying down, then you do it seated. Those of you at home or those of you doing the video, you can sit in a really comfortable chair, like a lazy boy chair kind of thing. So it's going to tap into the autonomic nervous system, which is the system in charge of the things that your body does automatically. That's the area that we're trying to tap into. Things like your heartbeat, blood pressure, body temperature, digestion, metabolism. That's what's being turned on. That's that parasympathetic nervous system. If you are in a constant state of the sympathetic, I want you to be in the parasympathetic. If you were to live in a constant state of the sympathetic system, you would have accelerated heart rate, dilated pupils, widened airways, increased muscular strength, sweaty palms, and slowed digestion. It's the complete opposite. It's sort of like this busy, active. And there's a new book that's just been put out. I don't know how new it is. It's called The Anxious Generation. And they're discovering that all of us, not just children, all of us, because of technology, are starting to have brains wired to be anxious. Our brains are getting wired to be anxious. And I've not read the book. I really want to read the book, but I haven't had time yet. But it's something that I've definitely been seeing, especially when I work with teachers and they're talking about their classrooms. Very anxious. The classrooms are very anxious. Your body can get stuck there, fight or flight. It can get stuck in anxiety. It can get stuck with the sympathetic system turned on, especially if there's been trauma. The brain waves we're trying to access are the delta. Those are the ones that we are trying to tap into, access when we're doing this practice. They're the ones that are responsible for healing. I have said this over and over, Yoga Nidra is healing. It is a healing practice. It excites me to imagine what our children would be like, what our schools would be like if every day for 45 minutes children had Yoga Nidra daily. I mean, I just can't even imagine what it would do even for us. The pineal, how do you say it? I always say it wrong. Pineal gland is the gland that controls your circadian rhythm, your sleeping and waking cycle, and it also is what releases melatonin. And melatonin is important to our bodies. It's important for sleep. It's important for the menstrual cycle. There's even ideas about it preventing, at least maybe not preventing, but lowering the risk of Alzheimer's, of dementias. Melatonin is very important to us, and Parkinson's, things like that. Yoga Nidra activates the release of melatonin. We should be doing it every day. And they go into the studies of it, and they found that in the study, they did meditation and yoga nidra. They did it with a group of 60 college professors. And they found that yoga nidra was better for anxiety. They were both good for sleep and managing stress, but yoga nidra was more effective with anxiety. And it's a small group, but I think it would be very effective for anxiety. So we're going to practice. There are different ways to practice yoga nidra. There are different techniques. There are different people who have mastered it and then teach it, and they have their way of teaching it. And I'm going to kind of go to the book I'm using. I've used this one a lot because this one is the one that is focused on helping us connect to who's watching. It's the one that asks us to connect to presence, to this idea of I am aware that I am aware. I am awareness. I am aware that I'm aware. It's very powerful when you are having like thoughts and you become aware of them. I am aware that I'm aware of thoughts. I am the awareness. And it sounds like a puzzle. It sounds like kind of confusing, but this particular yoga nidra is meant to help us access that, to maybe experience that sensation. Okay? We'll just let it be whatever happens. We'll just let it be whatever unfolds for us. So if you want to come down, making yourself comfortable. No, you may go to your side, Lisa. You may stay seated and go to your side when you're ready. Either way. Yeah, you have to make yourself comfortable. Do you need another bolster? Something between your knees? I'll get it.
Well, I have this one. I was just gonna put my head on my leg.
Want a blanket for your head?
Oh, I have them.
Oh, okay, you're good.
2 years.
Okay. Sandra and Kim, do you feel like you have everything you need?
Yes, I forgot my mask. That's okay.
Do you really like having it? I'll get you an eye pillow.
You have one?
Mhm.
I love one.
Do you guys want eye pillows?
I don't. You do that. I'm good, thank you. They didn't say that, but they actually recommend making them really art for covering the eyes. Vividly.
So if you didn't hear that at home, covering the eyes or making the room dark is very helpful also. Getting comfortable, feeling supported. You may choose any position that's comfortable for you tonight. Being on your side, being on a bed, in a chair. You're getting ready for this practice of Yoga Nidra, a practice of sleep with trace awareness. Notice the cozy nest that you have made for yourself. Your cushions and blankets and bolsters. Whatever your body needs to feel as comfortable as possible in this moment. Getting ready to do nothing. Nothing you need to do. Nothing you need to be. Nothing you need to feel. No one you need to please. There's only you. No expectation. No goal. No agenda. No way that you can get this wrong. There is nothing you need to think about. Just getting comfortable for this practice of non-doing. Again, adjusting your body or your props in any way that you need to. Check in with how you feel. You want to feel at ease, but not sleepy. Maybe you can make an adjustment if you feel like you're falling asleep. Maybe less warm or less dark. Be sure to check your head position. If your chin is tucked in, it can stimulate sleep. Try moving your head into a neutral alignment, chin neither tucked nor raised. Just notice how it might change your energy and alertness. You're setting yourself up so you can stay awake and aware, and at the same time, in peaceful ease. Check that your feet and ankles are relaxed. Calves, knees, and thighs relaxed. Hips relaxed. Lower back, middle back, upper back relaxed. The whole back melting. Hands and arms relax. Shoulders and neck relax. Jaw, tongue, and cheeks relax. Eyes, forehead, and scalp relax. Whole body is completely relaxed. Nothing to do. Body is at ease. Awareness continues on. Yoga Nidra has now begun. Bring awareness within the body, experiencing energetically rather than physically. Several points will be mentioned. They are energetic pathways. Allow your attention to move freely from one point to the next. No need to concentrate. Just moving awareness effortlessly. If at any time you feel the urge to let go of the guidance and drop into meditation, then drop in. If at any time you need to move, then move. Be effortless. Begin with awareness of the energetic point between the eyebrows. Effortless awareness of the point between the eyebrows. The hollow of the throat. Shifting freely, unattached. The right shoulder joint. Elbow joint. Wrist joint. The right thumb. The tip of the index finger. Tip of the middle finger. Tip of the ring finger. Tip of the little finger. Experiencing energetically the right wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint, hollow of the throat, over to the left shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist joint, the left thumb, tip of the index finger, tip of the middle finger, tip of the ring finger, tip of the little finger. Back up to the left wrist joint, elbow joint, shoulder joint, hollow of the throat, the heart center, the right side of the chest, the heart center, the left side of the chest, the heart center, the navel center, tip of the tailbone, the right hip joint, right knee joint, ankle joint, the right big toe, tip of the second toe, tip of the third toe, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the baby toe, back up to the right ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, tip of the tailbone, sweeping awareness to the left hip joint, left knee joint, ankle joint, the left big toe, tip of the second toe, tip of the third toe, tip of the fourth toe, tip of the baby toe, back up to the left ankle joint, knee joint, hip joint, tip of the tailbone, the navel center, the heart center, hollow of the throat, the eyebrow center, the eyebrow center, the eyebrow center. Feel as if you are breathing in and out through the point between the eyebrows. In a straight line from the point between the eyebrows to the center of the brain. Breathing in a straight line from the point between the eyebrows to the center of the brain. Become aware of the breath in the nostrils, just as it is. Simply be aware of the breath. Notice the breath coming in like two streams through the nostrils. Feel the streams flowing in along the floor of the nasal passages, and feel the breath flowing out. Streams of air flowing in along the floor of the nasal passages, and streams of air flowing out. Bring awareness to your right nostril. Simply feel the stream of breath in the right nostril as you inhale and exhale. And now focusing on the left nostril. Feel the inhalation and the exhalation in the left nostril. And once again, feel the breath flowing through both nostrils. Feel the breath on the inhalation through both nostrils. Feel the exhalation through both nostrils. Feel the breath becoming subtle. More and more subtle. Almost imperceptible. Almost all doing has halted. Only listening remains, preparing to leave even the listening behind, to experience what lies beyond. When all doing ends, what remains is pure awareness. Pure awareness. Ever free, ever present. Present through doing and non-doing. Constant, eternal, infinite. Awareness is what remains when all doing ends. Pure awareness. This is your essence. This is who you are. You, the awareness, are present through all of your waking life, dreaming life, deep sleep. And once again, when you wake, you are the thread. You are the awareness. Aware through the pleasant and unpleasant. Aware through the success and failure. Yet ever free and unaffected by any. Free and unaffected. Unaffected by thoughts, by emotion, unaffected by the mind. You are the pure awareness. There beneath all the thinking and doing, you are at peace. You are peace. You are the peace that you've been looking for all along. You, yourself. There is nothing to seek. Nothing to gain. No distance between what you seek and what you already are. You are it. So now, allow the brain to rest. Allow the brain to rest. There is nothing left to do. Release the mind. Like an instrument you're holding on to. Release the mind. Let it go. Drop into the stillness. Drop into the silence that remains. Drop into the stillness and silence. Rest in the peace of your own self. Bringing awareness back to the breath. Notice your body breathing. Feel your body breathing. Take a moment to enjoy the non-doing of your breathing. Now take a deep breath. Maybe a little bit deeper. Feel energy and awareness coming back into the body. Yoga Nidra is now complete. Take another breath. And if you feel like making gentle movements in the body, make them. Listening in and moving when and how you'd like. Take a moment to recall your experience. What will you take with you from your experience today? If you're not already there, maybe rolling onto your side. More and more coming back into your space. Feel the body activating, the mind activating, and yet you still remain relaxed. Slowly make your way to sitting upright. And keeping the eyes closed. Pause here for a moment. As your body adjusts to being upright. Notice your breathing. And listening to these words by author Dana Fowles. When I can be the witness, all manner of miracles occur. Old wounds heal. The past reveals itself to be released. Present dramas play themselves out without sinking emotional talons into my soft skin. The witness welcomes truth and dares to meet reality on its own terms. It is in the ground in which the seeds of transformation take root and finally flower. When the witness is awake, the lake of the mind is still, and in that mirrored surface, I see my own true face as spirit, smiling back at me. Hands to our hearts. I'm going to chant Om. You're welcome to chant with me or listen to the sound. First, I just take a nice cleansing inhale and exhale. Inhale. Om. Namaste.